Today, we're counting down the top 10 Isekai animes releasing through 2026, from overpowered heroes to hilarious dragon evolutions and emotional storylines. You'll get a quick breakdown of each series, the release dates, and what makes them worth watching. Let's jump straight into it. Number 10, Hell Mode. Let's start things off with Hell Mode, an adaptation that a lot of hardcore gamers have been waiting for. The story follows Kenichi Yamada, a guy who has spent most of his life seeking out the most punishing difficulty settings in any game he can find. When his favorite online game shuts down for good, he's offered one last challenge, a world labeled Hell Mode. Without hesitation, he dives in. When he wakes up, he finds himself reborn as Alan, a low-ranking serf, in a rough fantasy world where power is everything. Even worse, his class is Summoner, which most people consider the weakest job you could possibly have. Instead of giving up, Alan does what he does best. He analyzes everything. Skill systems, drops experience, curves the rules of the world itself. Slowly, he turns a so-called garbage class into something terrifying. It's past strategy, part character growth, and part watch. This guy completely breaks the system. Hell Mode is officially scheduled for January 2026, and if you enjoy protagonists who climb from the bottom through sheer knowledge and stubbornness, this one is worth keeping an eye on. Number 9, there was a cute girl in the hero's party, so I tried confessing to her. Next up is a title that shifts the usual isekai approach into something a bit more emotional. Our main character Yoki isn't reincarnated as a hero or a big adventurer. Instead, he wakes up as a demon, directly serving the demon lord. His mission is simple: defeat the hero's party. That plan falls apart almost immediately when he meets Cecilia, the priestess traveling with the heroes. She's kind, warm-hearted, and nothing like the enemies he expected. Instead of attacking her, he ends up falling for her, and he decides to confess rather than follow orders. From that moment on, the story becomes less about war and more about what it means to choose your own path. It balances comedy, awkward romance conflict with the demon lord's side, and the kind of do I follow my heart or my duty tension that keeps episodes moving. This series is planned for a 2026 release, and if you like character-driven isekai with softer moments, this one deserves a spot on your list. Number 8 is Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling. The protagonist wakes up in another world only to discover he's not human, not heroic, and definitely not intimidating. He's a tiny, adorable dragon hatchling with almost no power. From the very beginning, survival becomes the entire point of the story. He has to run from stronger monsters, hunt for anything he can eat to gain experience, and evolve through different dragon forms one step at a time. The comedy comes naturally, especially when he panics or mutters things like, "Why do I have a hunger bar now?" Despite the humor, the show builds real progress over time. Each fight leads to a new evolution, and each evolution gives him strange and sometimes ridiculous powers. It's a mix of adventure, tense survival moments, and goofy reactions that make him feel like an actual person stuck in a creature's body. Reincarnated as a dragon hatchling is set for a 2026 debut, and anyone who enjoyed series like Reincarnated as a slime will probably grab onto this one right away. Number 7, the villainess is adored by the crown prince of the neighboring country. Our heroine is reborn inside her favorite game, but not as the main character. She becomes the villainess, someone who in the original story loses her engagement and falls from nobility. That moment finally arrives, but instead of disaster, something unexpected happens. The crown prince from a neighboring country steps in and openly declares his love for her. What should have been the beginning of her downfall becomes the start of a gentler, more hopeful story filled with second chances. It's a calm, warm series with a focus on emotional support, political relationships, and rebuilding a future from the ruins of a scripted fate. If you like villainous-themed isekai with a comforting tone, this is one of the big titles arriving in January 2026. At number 6, things take a darker turn. Sentenced to be a Hero centers on Zio Forbarts, a man convicted of killing a goddess. Because of his crime, he's forced to serve as the leader of Penal Hero Unit 94, a squad made up of criminals thrown onto the battlefield to fight the Demon King's army. The missions are brutal, the survival rate is low, and every operation forces XYO to face his own guilt, his past choices, and the people he's now responsible for. The story balances its harsh tone with emotional moments, especially when he encounters Tiarita, a new goddess who makes a pact with him. Their relationship adds depth and gives the entire plot an unpredictable edge. This one mixes strategy, tension, and the question of whether someone condemned by the world can still change its fate. You can expect it. January 2026, and early readers of the source material have praised how tightly the series blends action with character drama. Number 5, the strongest job is apparently not hero or sage, but appraiser. Hibiki Manabe gets transported to another world and ends up with the job of appraiser, something most people think is useless, but the ability turns out to be far more powerful than anyone realizes. Hibiki can see the truth behind objects, abilities, spells, and even people. That clarity lets him understand the world's rules in ways no one else can. Using nothing but insight and problem solving, he slowly transforms a supposedly worthless job into something frighteningly effective. This isn't a loud, flashy power fantasy. It's a slow build where every step comes from Hibiki figuring something out that everyone else missed. The anime is set for April 2026, and fans of strategist MC stories will probably enjoy this one a lot. Number 4, easygoing territory defense by the optimistic Lord. Van, the fourth son of a noble family, is reborn with memories from his past life. Unlike other heirs who awaken flashy combat powers, Van receives production magic, a skill focused on crafting, construction, and creation. His family sends him off to manage a remote territory. They don't care about assuming he can't cause much trouble there. But Van doesn't treat his assignment as a punishment. He gets to work improving the land, building structures, inventing tools, and slowly turning a neglected village into a growing fortified town. This series has a strategic, relaxing feel to it, more about planning and development than fighting. It's scheduled for January 2026, and if you like watching worlds grow and communities thrive, this one belongs in your queue. Number 3, the jack of all trades was kicked out of the hero's party. We have a story about someone who never got the flashy powers everyone else did. Orin is part of the hero's party tasked with defeating the demon lord, but he's only a jack of all trades. He can do a little of everything and master nothing. Eventually, the party decides he's dead weight and kicks him out. Left on his own, Orin starts building a new life from the ground up. He uses his small set of skills to help people in ways the heroes never bothered, with crafting, healing support planning, and anything else he can manage. It's a story about rebuilding confidence, finding purpose, and proving that you don't need a legendary skill to make a difference. The anime arrives in January 2026, and it's already generating discussion among fans who enjoy redemption arcs.
Number 2, the exiled heavy knight knows how to game the system.
Elma Adun grows up believing he's destined for greatness, but during the divine blessing ceremony, he receives the title of Heavy Knight, a slow and generally unpopular class. Everything collapses after that. His family disowns him. His companions leave, and he loses the future he expected. But Elma remembers his previous life, and he realizes the world works exactly like the game he used to play. In that game, Heavy Knight was secretly one of the strongest classes, but only if you used it correctly. With that knowledge, he starts from zero, trains deliberately, and uses every trick he remembers from the game to gain power that shouldn't be possible. This one is all about strategy, preparation, and seeing someone bounce back after losing everything. It's shaping up to be a major highlight of 2026, especially for viewers who enjoy revenge through hard work and knowledge stories. Taking the top spot is Noble Reincarnation, a series that blends royal politics with smart progression. Noah is reborn as the 13th prince of a powerful empire. Unlike many royal-themed isekai, Noah isn't spoiled or lazy. He remembers his past life and wants to make this one count. His blessing allows him to absorb and combine the abilities of those who serve under him, giving him endless potential to grow stronger. Instead of stumbling into power, Noah uses planning, communication, and long-term thinking to advance through the empire. The show mixes magic warfare, political maneuvering, and strategic alliances in a way that feels both controlled and ambitious. With its focus on growth and influence, Noble Reincarnation stands out from the usual battle-heavy isekai lineup. It's scheduled for January 2026, and many fans already consider it one of the top upcoming releases. And that wraps up our list of the top 10 isekai animes releasing through 2026. There's a surprising amount of variety coming out next year, from emotional stories to heavy action to slow, thoughtful world building. Let me know which one you're most excited to watch. I'm curious which series is grabbing the most attention right now. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future countdowns, news, and updates. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one.